Anders Behring Breivik, a Norwegian born on February 13, 1979, in Oslo, was the second child of Winche, a nurse, and Jens, a civil economist working in the Norwegian embassy. When his mother was a teenager, she ran away from home due to abuse and later became pregnant with Anders' older sister. She then met Jens, married, and gave birth to Anders. From the very beginning of his life, Anders faced adversity. While still in utero, his mother described him as an evil child because he constantly kicked her stomach. She attempted to abort him, but the procedure proved too dangerous for her health. Mere months after his birth, when Che and Jens separated, and she ceased breastfeeding Anders, subjecting him instead to various forms of abuse. By the age of 4, his mother even sought to have him adopted, and indeed, he was taken in by another family. But they soon noticed something odd about him. The foster couple took him to psychological sessions, where the specialist described Anders as a child who didn't express his emotions, even when in pain. He would smile involuntarily, not out of happiness, but because his mother forced him to feign contentment. Eventually, the foster couple returned Anders to his mother, and unfortunately, his therapy was discontinued. Over the years, Anders suffered through his mother's sexual molestation and coercion. Though neighbors repeatedly reached out to child protection services, their efforts were in vain. Following the heinous reports, Jens sought custody but lost the case. Despite all forms of maltreatment, from physical abuse to molestation, Anders never showed his pain or sought help, a trait that many found chilling. At the age of 15, he was arrested for the first time for delinquency and graffiti. As a teenager, Anders grew into a strong young man, joining a gym and bulking up significantly. He later joined the Norwegian military, but was soon discharged. At 21, he worked briefly as a customer service employee, saved enough money, and in 2002 started his own computer programming company, which made him a millionaire. That same year, he began planning his crimes. In 2008, he opened a farming company where he grew fruits and vegetables. Unbeknownst to others, he also manufactured fertilizer bombs. In 2009, he planted a bomb at the Prime Minister's office, taking 8 lives. Later, he traveled to Utoya Island and bought weapons, where he fatally shot 69 people. When the police arrived, Anders did not attempt to flee. He surrendered. His lawyers' attempt to portray him as insane was futile, and in 2012, he was sentenced to 21 years in prison with the possibility of extension. In 2022, he sought an appeal, but it was denied. Now, he continues to serve his sentence.